We have some visitors today, so if you see a face up here that you don't know, please say hello. And her name is easy to remember because it's my name.
Our name.
It's our
I'm
name.
Darren,
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Anyway, so yeah, introduce yourself. Bucket fills, who wants to share a win, a bucket fill, something good, personal, professional, that's happened in the last week? Go, Bob.
I haven't been here so long, so I've got 6.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Today is the 8th anniversary of my 2nd anniversary married to Joy Jones. 16 years, but only married 2.
Every anniversary counts.
Right.
That's right.
You better not forget it.
All right, that's number one.
Oh, no, just.
Oh.
I have one.
Go, Mia.
Since it has something to do with Georgia Pro Inspections, my client got her under contract. Very thankful for Ryan, came out, did an inspection. He used his handy dandy infrared that I see on here, and there is a leak from the master bathroom toilet, and we're negotiating that right now. And I don't know that we would have been able to do that without that infrared. So thank you to Ryan, which is back over here. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Ryan. It matters who you're in business with, people, and especially our vendors, so that's awesome. Anybody else want to share?
I'll share.
Okay, you go, girl.
It's been a minute, but I brought my girl Dara. She just got her real estate license, so we just really excited to invite her into the office. I told her how much I love y'all and how friendly we are, so I'm really excited about that. Glad to see all your faces again.
Then it's like wink, wink, show us the love, wink, wink. That's awesome. All right, thanks, guys. Not me. All right, is Tiffany, has she come flying in? Okay, all right, Kelly, I know it's not here. Joy James. Guaranteed, Georgia, come on up. Okay, let's go on vacation. You guys have this. How are you? I feel like I haven't been up here in a while either. Good to see everybody. And a couple of things Sarah just mentioned is for it to know who you're in business with, right? So I've been getting a lot of calls lately, like either someone's being declined or they're having an issue with a loan somewhere else. So I always try to get them to us, at least to have them talk to us, or if something's going south somewhere else, call me. We just saved a couple. One was a jumbo, which anything over like the loan amount over 742-ish is a jumbo. So if someone was having problems with that, because the guidelines are a little more strict on those. And we were able to, it was an income issue, but we were able to use some bonus income and they weren't. So we were able to save that deal. So just, and then someone else, Eileen had someone recently, I don't think she's here, but new construction, big builder, their lender wouldn't allow, it was the teachers in Delaware, they were moving here, contracts, teachers are a little weird, they don't start till August. So, but they needed to close in the summer. They weren't going to get their first paycheck until the end of August, but we allow that. So everything is case by case, of course, depends on the situation, but please call us. Love to save a deal. So keep that in mind. And then just a couple of things, kind of not product. We've been talking about products lately, and we're getting a lot of new products, a lot this year. So just to mention a couple, I'm not going to go in detail. More nationals we're doing now, and renovations we're doing now. So keep that in mind. And then some things you guys might not know we do is we can help you with other things besides loans, right? We do co-marketing. We can do open house sponsorships and first time homebuyer seminars. I'm getting a lot of questions about that. Helped someone last night with one. So listen to. So call us if you need us. We're here. You guys have any questions? What are your topics this month for your
Topics this
101 and mastermind?
101, I'm doing that one next week after the team meeting, 12:30. Bring your lunch. We will do credit 101, everything credit. I get more questions about credit than any other thing, right? Down payment credit, two hot topics. So credit, everything credit next week. And then at the end of the month, we have a SMART series of products. They're more non-traditional products. So that's more of the mastermind. We're going to do part 2 of that. We did part 1 a couple weeks ago. Part 2 is coming up. Okay. So that's going to be more of your foreign nationals, your bank statement programs, 1099 programs. So,
And if there's anything you guys want to see or have her talk about,
Please.
either her or Tim, please let them know, and they're happy to bring that to the table. So just know that, yeah,
absolutely.
So
help with their agenda.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Joy. No, Tiffany? Or keep going when I turn my hair. Vendors, if you are one of our amazing vendors, please stand up and say good morning. You back there. Oh, stop it. Ladies first.
I guess.
Stephanie Keys, organized chick, professional organizer.
Morning, Rob Downey, sure, I think home inspection.
Ray Gadlewski, Financial Advisor, Strategic Planning Group.
Ryan Robert, Georgia Pro Inspection Company.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate all of you. Your Stephanie for coming back. She's brand new to our market center, and so she kind of like stealths in and stealths out with her little self. So we're glad to be. All right, Josh, come on up. So I know you got the he joined us for Red Day. He's been around the office for the last couple of months now because the whole interview process is not overnight. He is currently, has been with KW for a while with another market center with Atlanta Partners and has joined our family as our new assistant team leader. So I'll let you just introduce yourself and give your elevator speech and welcome him. Go for it.
Thank you all for having me. Definitely feel super blessed to be a part of this market center. My background, I sold real estate in a small beach town in California called Santa Cruz. I moved out here about 3 years ago. My family's growing. I have a 2.5-year-old little girl now. My wife and I are expecting a little boy, not till November, but like I said, we're growing, and then I have a 15.5-year-old boy that lives out here with us. So luxury investment. I built houses from spec. I've flipped a lot of homes. So anything real estate related is definitely in my DNA. I've been doing it for a while. About 15 years I've been investing, and I've been in licensed agent for almost 14 now. So I'm here for you guys. Use me as a resource. Please don't be afraid to ask me anything. And if I don't know the answer, I'm certain that I'll know a resource to where we can find the answer. So I'm here to build you guys up, and that's what fills my bucket is when other people win. So
Yep. And Josh is here. His birthday was yesterday. His office is by the resource room in the hallway where I'm at. So he'll be back there full time. And yeah, so we're just super thankful to have you and be a part of our family, and looking forward to really just blowing this place out of the water with growth and all the love and family that we all know we have here. And just super excited. So we really appreciate it. You joining us. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Do you want to switch it? So KW Style to Design, Lauren Wagner is the one that organized this, but Lauren is not speaking. It is Heather, which I found out today. So not a big deal. That is not Heather. There's Heather.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Sorry, I didn't realize that it wasn't Lauren until this morning. So it was fine, but that's why I didn't have your picture. So sorry.
No worries. Thank you so much. Lauren is a rock star. She's our director of growth. I'm the community leader for Style to Design. Is that Delana that was speaking?
No, that was me.
Oh, okay. What was your name? I'm sorry.
Dara.
Dara. Awesome. Thank you, Dara, so much for having me at the Market Center. I appreciate it. Have any of you heard of Style to Design before?
Yes. No.
Yes.
No.
Great.
Love
Yeah. So Style to Design is one of the newest communities to Keller Williams. I'm going to share just a little bit about myself, and then I'll screen share and do a demo with you guys on what we've created. But Gary Keller, he encourages all of us as agents to have MOFRs. So MOFRs are make offer for immediate response, right? And my MOFR for 20 years of being in real estate is staging and design. But what we realized is not everybody has that gift, right, of staging and design or the talents to be able to do so. So what we did is we created a business in a box, which is basically everything you would need to have the value proposition of staging and design in an easy to use box that everybody can utilize to really win listings at a high level. So I own a real estate team here in Southwest Florida. We have right now 100 active and pending properties based off of this MOFR. So we know it's proven it works. We also own a staging and design company here locally too. So I teach agents, if that's a passion that they want, I can teach and train them to that. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you the business in a box of Style to Design. Dara, I have screen share capabilities, right? Yes, I do. Awesome. Y'all can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Your camera points right at the computer, so I can see it perfectly. So what I'm going to do here today is I actually would love to role play with someone. I'm going to show you our top scripts on how we utilize this platform to win listings. So who would like to script with me? Does it want to be Dara?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay,
I'm trying to get your face moved because you're blocking the screen, but oh, there she is. Okay.
you have me. Are you good? Yep. Okay. So one of the scripts that I'm going to show you right now is how when we go on a listing appointment, we literally seal the deal on this script right here. Okay. So I'm going to go right now. Dara has a property that she is wanting to sell that maybe has some original kitchens and baths. You know, I think we can all say that we've sold properties that have outdated kitchens and baths. I call them original because original is not an offensive word. So if you tell someone their home is outdated, they get offended. But if you say it's original, they don't. So mark that down. Make sure you keep that in one of your scripts. All right. So Dara, thank you so much for having me in your home today.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yes. So Dara, my job as your agent is to help you sell your home for the most amount of money and as short amount of time as possible. Is that something you want to accomplish?
Yes, it is.
Good. So what I wanted to do is when we're looking at a comparative market analysis, we're going to see that homes that are renovated sell for a little bit more money than homes that are not renovated. So we might have the objection with your house that they love the house, but that it has to be renovated. And so my job as your agent is to be able to overcome that objection. Dara, I actually went ahead and had our design team prepare some beautiful designs for your home. Now, you don't have to do any of this work. This is the leverage that we provide to you by hiring us as your realtor so that the buyer can truly see the full potential of your home. And we actually offer these design services complimentary to the buyer. So do you mind if I show you what we've created?
Sure.
Great. So as you can see here, we actually have hundreds of designs to choose from, and we can actually design your kitchens and baths at all price points and also all styles. But when I'm looking at your house, I feel like your house is a little bit more, let's just say traditional. So what you'll see here is we actually go ahead and create the design board for your kitchen, and then we actually source all of the product that have click-through links that you can actually click on, and the buyer would actually be able to purchase product directly from these boards. But what I'm going to show you that we do is, you know, let's just say the client really likes this traditional kitchen renovation. We actually can take that board and we can simulate it into your kitchen so that that way the buyer can see the full potential of the space. Let me show you here real quick. Sorry, I've got to move myself around on this dashboard.
Now, Heather, I have a question. So what you're saying is these are just options that they have. You're not asking me to actually renovate the home prior to listing it, correct?
Correct. You do not have to renovate it. So Daryl, when it comes to buyers, one of the biggest things that objections they have is they don't even know where to begin, right, with a renovation. And to hire an interior designer to design kitchens and baths, the average cost is about $3,500 per kitchen and bath. Now that's an investment that we're going to make into the property so that way your house gets a competitive edge against your competition, that you can truly, we can market your house and say that it comes with design solutions. Okay.
Got it.
So you'll see here, here's an example of a kitchen, and then we simulate that design, that board onto your kitchens. And then we can also do the same for the bathrooms. So the goal is to make sure the buyer can envision the full potential and not have to have the stress of actually having to design the space, because we have all the design solutions for them. And we can show them exactly how they would look in a home.
Got it.
Now, Dara, when you've been interviewing other agents, have any of the agents actually shown you the solution that they're going to offer to overcome the objection that your kitchens and baths are original?
They have not, because of course, in my mind, I think my home is beautiful.
and
Yeah.
original or vintage. And so no one has brought to the table, I think, a current conversation of what it's going to take to sell the home for the most money and the fastest.
Yeah, so that's my job as the agent, is to really have those creative solutions so that way I can make sure your house has a competitive advantage over the competition. I love original. Your house is beautiful, but my job is to make sure that I foresee any objections and that I have a solution to those objections so that way I can warrant the highest sales price for you.
Awesome.
So that is one of our many scripts on how to leverage this platform. Isn't that pretty cool?
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm gonna have you guys think even bigger, okay? So this platform right here on these renovations, we actually have over 100 new listings coming soon right now because we're now the in-house design center for builders. So builders have design centers, but they quickly become outdated, right? What if you could go to the builders and you could provide a solution to them that you actually have all the designs of every price point to help them be the in-house design solution for their buyers? Do you think that would help you have an opening conversation to those builders?
Absolutely.
What if you could take just this renovation platform and you could go to property management companies and say your investors, or let's just say investors, they are wanting to purchase flips and they're wanting to renovate. Do you think this could be an easy, cost-effective solution to gain the conversation with those property management companies and investors to give yourself a competitive edge?
Absolutely.
So this right here, you guys, this is how agents all across the country are winning. I mean, winning in huge ways off of this renovation. We launch 10 designs every single week. So you always get a fresh kitchen and bath renovation. And now every single one of these boards that I show you, we can simulate every single one of these into your client's home. So this is why it's called reality renovations. Not only are you providing the solution, but you're also showing the vision, which, as an agent, our job as an agent for buyers and sellers is to truly show everybody the full potential of a house. And now you can do it by a click of a button and have zero skill set in doing it.
Awesome.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
So let's go to a whole nother level too. So what we also did is we have created, there's almost 1,000 designs of every price point and style when it comes to furnishing. So let's share with you what that is. Sorry, our site is normally lightning fast, so my internet must be a little bit slow. So I'm going to go back to our staging and design dashboard. But in this dashboard, you'll see that you can actually source from every possible style. So what's a common style in your area? Coastal, farmhouse, mid-century, modern, traditional, transitional?
Yeah, probably farmhouse.
Okay. So let's click on farmhouse. So in farmhouse, what you'll see is we have hundreds of designs of every possible room that you could want. And how this works is, let's just say right now you have a buyer that is wanting to furnish their new home. They can pick from any one of these designs. Every product, this is considered our affordable collection. Every single one of these items has a click through to be able to purchase. Sorry, there's pop-ups all over here. Let me go back. So in here, all of these are sourced. So everything has a link to be able to purchase. So literally you click that button and it goes directly to the product, and you'll see these are very affordable. So the nice thing about all of these designs is they can all be downloaded as PDFs and they can be emailed directly to the customer. So literally when you click this right here, it can show up as a PDF, and I'll show you how you would download it. But let me share with you the many ways that you would actually utilize this. All right, so you have this design board right here. So you download it, you save it as a PDF, and then all of those links to purchase the product are embedded into that file, okay? So you see they're all embedded. All right, how would you use this? You would use this by, one, helping investors furnish Airbnbs and VRBOs. Two, helping all of your buyers furnish their own properties. It's now part of your value proposition. 3, you can give these boards to your sellers if they want to stage their own home. You provide the solution for staging. 4, if you want to build a staging inventory and you want to own a staging business, I've now sourced all the product for you. 5, you can now furnish spec houses for builders. Then you have another where you can actually take these boards and you can actually, we have agents across the country that actually package them into 1, 3, 5, 7, and 10. And they actually sell the boards and earn a profit off of them. Because if you had an interior designer go ahead and create this board, you're going to pay an interior designer anywhere from $300 to $750. And now you have access to thousands. So we have an agent in Houston that actually put packages of these boards together and made $100 grand in 30 days off selling these boards. He went to all property management companies. He's in Houston, went to all the property management companies, and he became the in-house design solution for all the property management companies to furnish all their Airbnbs and VRBOs with these boards. Pretty cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any questions on that, these boards, on how they work?
I have a question. So do you, like, if you're going to talk to a seller, do you provide like a floor plan or pictures of their current property to be able to identify which, you know, if it'll work for that size room or that kind of stuff?
Yeah. So every single design, when you click on the images take you directly to the site to purchase. So it gives you all of the dimensions. It gives you everything right there. So that way you would know what the size of the furniture is. So it's really, that's why it's important that you can download that board and email it to the customer, because if you want to, you can get involved in the install process, but really your job is just to provide the solution, right? And so that's why a lot of our agents give them multiple boards so that they can figure out which one would fit their room best. It really depends on, and that's why I coach and train the agents. I do training every Tuesday at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard. And then I also do 2 trainings a month on how to leverage this. And so as far as floor plans, I'll show you another thing that we do to actually simulate the furniture in the property too. So you can see how it would fit as far as size wise. Any other questions on this?
A question to go back to not just the furniture piece, but the renovation itself, like to put in new bathrooms, new kitchens, so on and so forth. It's obvious that you can purchase this furniture like you have here from Wayfair, but what are the vendors and who are the people that they would be hiring to actually do the work for, like the flooring and all that? Or is that a part of what we offer?
Yeah, so what I do is I actually teach and train you all through our community, that the goal would be that you actually have preferred vendors that you work with. So I teach you and show you how we do that. And then your preferred vendors that would actually do the install of this, we put trade agreements together with them. And then that way you earn, you know, depending on what you negotiate with them, most of our agents earn between 5 to up to 20% of a markup for the install of that. And I teach you how to create that in a separate entity and earn profit. So those are all ways. So this platform, yes, it's going to give you leverage to win listings. It's going to give you leverage to win builder, investor, and buyer opportunities. But my real passion is showing you how to turn this into wealth. Okay. It's showing you how to create passive income and how to build in an additional revenue stream off of this platform. That's what I've done locally here in Southwest Florida. And that's what I'm teaching and training other agents to do on a national level. So we would work together in figuring out, okay, what trade, you know, who do you have locally? We have some market centers that come together and pull their vendors together, and then all the agents leverage that vendor database, and then they create trade agreements with them, and then they can earn that profit. But I teach and train you through that in all of our classes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I think I heard you say that the seller doesn't have to implement these, but is providing information to the buyers. Is that correct?
Yeah, so the job of the agent is to have these solutions and to be able to simulate them for the seller, right? So that way it gives the buyer the visual of what it would look like.
But how do we go from the seller to the buyer? I mean, I can understand, you know, face to face with the seller, I'm showing a good product, a good picture, how does that then get in front of the buyer so they can see this coming?
Yeah, so the great thing about these simulated images is they all get delivered back to you in an MLS format. So they can all be uploaded into MLS and they can say that they're reality staged.
Now
So
we're talking.
What?
Oh, wow, that changes the game.
Yes, so this gets loaded. And then what we also do is we take these boards, the simulated images, and we print them off on a cardstock in the actual house, and we have it on an easel. And then we source, so from here, you can order samples of the materials, and we order samples and we have them in the kitchen so that way they can kind of see. So we have the paint samples, you can order countertops, you can order all of these as samples. And then you have them in the kitchen so the buyer can actually touch and feel and see the actual items that would be in the house.
So we could just create our own vision boards that we could then carry around to property. In theory, if we wanted to, that all have tangible items that they can see, touch, feel, and then we can just reuse over and over again that they're ours.
Yeah, I mean, when you simulated it into someone's actual property, you usually don't reuse those boards, right? Because
Right.
it's
Not
specific.
for the
to
products,
that-
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but the products for sure. Like you could, like we have a lot of agents that choose like their top 5 designs, or they have like a luxury design, an affordable design, and like a mid-range. And then they simulate with just those, and that way they have all those samples on hand.
Got it.
Yep. But this is what's going to differentiate you. You know, my real estate team here in Southwest Florida, you know, I moved here 7 years ago, didn't know a soul, not one person. And it's a very established group of agents that are here. And we did over 400 units last year. And I came into the market and I just ruffled everyone's feathers, right? Because I'm bringing a value proposition that nobody's seen before. And on average, our team is selling our listing 13% more than our competition. So they're going, how in the world is this girl doing this, right? And so what I did is I took everything that I've done and I put them in this platform so that every Keller Williams agent could have access to what I've created.
So this is the Keller Williams community, how do we engage? What does that involve?
Yeah, to get engaged, you become a member. So I'm going to show you a few more things that I think you guys are going to think are just amazing before we get there. Is that okay?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to take you down to the dashboard. So I invented literally something that you guys like, hold on tight to your chairs because you're going to get really excited about this. At least I do. It's called reality staging. So most of you probably know about virtual staging. Virtual staging is cyberspace furniture that you can't come to life, right? You can simulate it into a house, but it's not actual tangible product. So, right now, when you reality stage through our platform, you can advertise that your listings include design services. I'm going to show you how. So you can pick any style that you want. You guys said you love farmhouse, so I'm going to go ahead and show you this farmhouse. So what we do is we take you upload your MLS formatted images to us from your listings. We simulate the actual design board with real furniture that actually can be purchased through the links. We simulate that furniture into your house, into your listings. So that way, if you don't want to physically stage, you don't have to, but you can now advertise that design services are included because you literally download this board and you can send it directly to the buyer agent. And then now the buyer can turn that simulated image into real life. So let me show you. So say you wanted to do farmhouse. Now this does cost additional but it's super affordable. So you can do 3 images or 5 images, but let's just go ahead and do 3. You'll see here, you get to choose the different rooms that you want simulated. And then it shows you right here which room it is in the dashboard. So this is farmhouse bedroom 7. So the reason why is you can go back in the dashboard and you can actually download these boards, and that way you can email them to the customers. So everything you see in this room has a click link to be able to purchase. Is that not cool or what?
Very cool. Very cool.
So this has not been done before, you guys. Right now, virtual staging, we've actually created the technology where we're literally going through and picking all of these items and turning them into 3D solutions and simulating them into the homes, because we wanted to make sure that we gave the buyer our listings a competitive edge. Because imagine if you have a house listed from your competition and your houses are similar, but yours includes design services and this one doesn't. So they can literally turn that house into a model home where this person would have to hire a designer, figure out how to source. They don't even know how to do that. That's not their skill, but your listings come with that. So this is how, when we're on those listing appointments, the light bulbs go off, right? And then also too, the sellers are like, well, can you do this on my house I purchased? And I'm like, we can, right? We can. It's amazing. So I'm going to share with you a really fun thing that we're starting to do that some agents across the country are having fantastic success. So they're going in and they are looking at expireds. And they are taking the image from the expired, they're loading it into our portal, and then they're simulating one of our designs, and then they're sending it as a text message to the expired. The power of hiring myself as your agent is staging is included. Have you heard of reality staging? What if I could sell your home with design services included? And literally, like, the response rate has been off the charts because people are like, how did she simulate that in my house? Are you guys like mouth drop? Like, are you in shock right now? Isn't that really cool?
Yeah.
So those are just a few, you guys. There's so many other ways. As you can see, I literally only touched on 3 of these dashboard areas, but we offer so much value in this community. The community is really built around winning listings and winning opportunities with investors, builders, and buyers. So if you, to be part of the community, it is just like the other communities, it's $199 a month. But we do have, I'm going to take you back to the dashboard real quick, because we do have where you can do packages. So there's, if you want to do an individual, it's $199. But then we also have a package of 3 for $399, and then we just launched our enterprise, which is actually a special this month, which is 10 seats for $599. So it actually turns out to be like less than $80 a person, or maybe it's even cheaper than that. So if you had 10 or more agents that wanted to be a part of it, and then each additional seat is only $50 to be part of this platform. So we have a lot of agents that are actually utilizing, are joining that membership platform right here. I'm taking you there right now. So this right here says 5 members for $599, but we're actually giving 10 members for the month of June. And then you have the $199 and $399. Any questions on that?
So Heather, to clarify, so the 10 members for the $599, and then everybody after that, is it just additional $50? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is $599 for the month of June, and then it does go to $799. So let's just let me do the math. They just announced that we could do this yesterday, so I haven't even like run the math on it. So it's $79 a person for 10 members at $799. So at $599, you are at $60 a person.
Okay.
And then it is one email address per, like, you can't share email addresses because, you have to, it gives you a verification code every time you log in.
Gotcha. Okay.
But what I want to do is we do have where we can actually do private demos with you. I also want to let you know that we call the 10 memberships an enterprise platform. So an enterprise platform is specific for a market center. So with that being said, I actually do coach the agents that are wanting to do this in your market center. I do a one-on-one 1 hour coaching for those of you that do the enterprise platform. So that way, you know, it's usually kind of like the top 20% and people that are part of ALC or new agents that you're trying to recruit, because this is an exclusive Keller Williams product and no other real estate company has anything like this. So this is an awesome way to really set you apart. So I do offer that for the people that do the enterprise platform, which is the 10 seats.
Okay.
But here's a QR code if you want to do a private demo with us. You can register right here on that. And then based off of how many people in your market center would like to be a part of Style to Design, you know, depends on your membership that you would want to do.
Gotcha. Okay. Another question. So I know you say you guys meet every Tuesday at 2. Is that for just the people that are in the community? And is that like a 1 hour mastermind? Like what's working, what's not working? Where does the training come in, like the continuing training on it?
Yeah, so the Tuesdays at 2 o'clock, that is, we call it a workshop. So that's usually, it's based around what the agents are needing. And it lasts anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. And really it's diving in, what does that person need in their business to help them be successful in this? And the reason why we do it as a workshop is because if you have the question, usually 10, 20 other people have the same question, right? And it's just an open dialogue. And it's also a way that you have me every single week because I built this platform from ground up. So I know every in and out of it. And then on the second and third Wednesday of every month, we have an education. And then we also have a mastermind. So on the education, we always, like this last week, we did an education on builders and investors. And we had 195 agents be part of that. And already the testimonials are coming through of people that are getting builder opportunities. So it's exciting.
Awesome. How many people are in the community right now?
Right now we teeter in between 125 to 150.
Okay.
Yeah. So we do open up the education to outside. We are partnered with Keller Offers, which is getting a little refresh right now. But those agents, so we have crossovers. So when I say that, those are just Style Design members, but we're new to, we had our official launch in February.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Any questions for me?
Any more questions? Everybody's wheels are turning at the moment. I can see it.
Looks done, yeah.
It's a little more than what you expect. You know, a lot of people think, oh, Style Design, they teach me how to stage houses. And I'm like, that's like literally like nothing compared to, really it's winning opportunity, you know, right now. And especially in this market, it's skills and services, right? And so my job is to help you hone the skill and also provide a service that's unparalleled to what anyone else can offer, and to really get you to win those opportunities. And that's what I'm passionate about. And that's what I teach and train you through this platform. So you don't have to physically have any inventory. You don't now. I do encourage, Dara, if there is one person in that market center that says, I want to own a staging company and I want to have inventory, I do recommend that there be one person, because you are going to have times where people are going to want to physically stage properties. And I know for myself, I'm the in-house staging company for my market center and for my team, and it's a wonderful business. And I teach you how to build that business model out. So if there is someone in that room that says, I want to own a staging company and I want to do that, like, please join us, because we have a lot of agents that own staging companies that are part of this community, but you don't have to be part of this. That's just one aspect of this community.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Awesome. Anything else for me, you all?
Good.
I think we're good.
Yeah, so I just touched on like the top things because there's so many ways you can leverage this, which is why I always like to invite you to the demo, because then we can tailor the demo. We only allow 5 people in a demo at a time, because we really want to learn, like, what is your business and how would you leverage this, and show you how you would leverage this in your specific business. So we found that that's way more successful than me going into every nitty gritty on a demo, because then I tend to lose people.
Awesome. Thank you so
All right.
much.
All right. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you spending some time with me today. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Scott.
Wow. Okay, that was impressive.
Very much so.
That was impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
Very much so.
$150 an hour later.
Yeah, exactly.
The opportunity.
That's amazing.
Right? Well, when the whole MLS thing came up, I was like, okay, now that's where it linked it all together. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, they do. She didn't touch on it there, but they also partner with Keller Concierge.
Yeah.
So if you use the Keller Concierge service, they can transfer their data straight to Keller Concierge, and Keller Concierge will use all of their stuff and contract the whole thing through it. You don't have.
If you don't have a designer, yeah, and somebody to do all for you. Awesome. In about 2 minutes, I have Reagan on here, and she is with Remind Media. Is she on there? I'm sorry, yeah. And really quickly, I want to go through this stuff. Well, I guess I want her to do it. Reagan is with Remind Media. They are a branding company, social marketing company, and there's some flyers kind of around. They do stuff for Marcy. They do stuff for Sarah. They are KWRI, like vendor approved, and their platform is pretty amazing, and they do a wealth of things. So they just wanted to share a few minutes of what they do. Get the keyboard. Oh. Lauren, can you hear? Not Lauren. Reagan.
Yes, Dora, I
Okay.
really appreciate that warm welcome, and I would love to share my screen if that would be all right, and I'll go through a quick slide
there you
deck.
go.
Perfect. All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you again for your time. My name is Reagan. I'm one of the account executives here at Reminder Media. Just a quick background on our company, those of y'all not familiar. So we have proudly been in business for goodness 19 years now. We're based right outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and we've grown significantly throughout the years because of our success within the realm of real estate. And I can say with complete certainty, whether y'all are brand new agents, you're part-time, seasoned veterans, anywhere in between, referral business and client retention is absolutely critical to your success. And just to highlight a couple things from a recent study conducted by NAR, so you'll notice that 60% of buyers and 67% of sellers found their agent through a referral or by going with the last agent they used in previous years. Now, I get it. Everybody wants to be a good listing agent. That's where the money is. But when you take a closer look at the 67% of sellers that found their agent through a referral, you'll notice, y'all believe it or not, less than 5% of sellers found their agent through websites and traditional farming tools combined. So of course, people are going to go online. They're going to check out houses, research agents. But when it comes time for them to actually list their home, they're going to find their agent through someone they know, through someone they trust. So knowing that most of your leads come from these referrals, where do y'all spend your money? NAR's recent study found that 63% of licensed agents are spending $0 per year on referral-based relationship expenses. And I speak with agents all day long. The fact is they just struggle knowing where to put their time, their effort, and most importantly, their money in the right places. And that's why we're truly in business. So Dora, I don't want anyone tuning in today to drive by the home of a past client, a friend, a family member, heck, a neighbor down the street, and you see a for sale sign with a competitor's name on it. I don't want anyone to log into the MLS this afternoon and you see that potential client that you spent your time, effort, and money in, and they listed with a different agent. These are the missed opportunities that I'll talk about. You guys are in a relationship business, right? Human nature, we tend to hover towards what we see the most. So with that being said, the easiest way to drive in more referral business, secure repeat business, you just want to remind your relationships that you value them. Remind them that you appreciate any business opportunities that they send your way. And that's where we come in. We help agents stay connected with their spheres of influence, their past clients, so you can generate more referral and repeat business. And I'm super excited. So we now have 4 ways of doing this. You're probably familiar with American Lifestyle magazine. We've published that for 19 years now. All the articles are general interest, art, travel, leisure, a little bit of something for everybody. We launched our second one 5 years ago called Start Healthy. You can probably guess all the articles are overall mind, body, health, and wellness. Our two newer publications, Business in Action, we launched for our agents in commercial real estate. So all the content is going to be more so like how to manage your remote employees and such. And then Good to Be Home, that's all about DIY tips, landscaping articles, home improvement. They're all going to have recipes. Everybody loves the recipes. They're all the same as far as their beautiful 48-page coffee table publications. We brand them to you, your business, and your recipients. So that's why we don't do any real estate specific articles. We don't want people to feel like you are marketing to them. This is a gift coming from you. So we put your picture right there on the front cover, your contact information, of course, your office logo, and you'll have several different front cover design options to choose from as well. And y'all, my favorite part, you can even customize this down to the individual recipient. So when you open up the magazine, there's a letter on the front and side cover. It's going to be addressed to them by name, signed by you. If you've got a couple A-list clients that had a baby, let them know you know. Congratulate them on the new addition to the family. Someone with a birthday, wish them happy birthday. I also recommend to have some of these sent to you directly. Put them in local businesses, your dentist office, your doctor's office. Don't laugh, divorce attorneys. People want to work with people at the top of their game. With that, this letter would be a great get to know you section. You're also going to have two branded tear out cards, one in the front, one in the back of the magazine. Recipes are a huge hit. That's going to have your picture and contact info. If you don't want to do recipes, we have hundreds of different templates you can choose from. And then we give you complete control over the back cover and the back inside cover. A lot of our agents like to put past listings, client testimonials. You could do a picture of you and your dogs. Literally, it looks like you've published it yourself. We do the work, you take the credit. But enough about the piece itself. I mean, definitely you guys can't take your clients out to dinner every other quarter just to secure their business years down the road. We'd all go broke in that process. And I get it. There are postcards, newsletters, emails. I don't knock that stuff. Every touch point is very important. But the number one reason that agents use the magazines is because of the shelf life. We're tracking them to be in the home of your recipients for about 4 weeks. So rather than getting tossed in the trash can or the recycle bin, like so many other tools out there, I'm guilty. You're on the coffee table in the living room. Heck, you might be in the bathroom, but they have that visual representation of how much you value that relationship. And when you can't be on the phone with them, right, or taking them out to coffee, they're still looking at your face. They know how much you care. So especially with the summer, guys, this is when people have barbecues, friends and family members over. That's when the gossip flies. Who's getting married? Who's having babies? I mean, we all know nobody wakes up October 15th and says, let's move. They're having those conversations. We just want to make sure you're going to be the one they think of rather than another agent, because we know if you're not staying in front of them, someone else is. Any questions on the different publications, the customization before I go into incentives? Any questions?
I think you're good. Keep going.
Okay. All right. Well, two more features that we've added recently, and then I'll go into the incentives. A lot of our agents have a large list of contacts, warm prospects, their sphere of influence. We'll scrub your list and give you a report on who's most likely to move within the next 6 to 12 months based on all kinds of predictive analytics. That way, not only do you know where your list stands, but also we're getting your magazines in front of the right people so you can make those follow-up calls. And then for those personal copies, I mentioned for local businesses, your open houses, we'll also create a QR code for the front of the magazine. Anyone that scans that, it's going to take them to your landing page that we build for you. Could be a market analysis. Would you like to know the value of your home? The moment they fill that out, we will text you and email you that contact so you can reach out directly. It's a great way to build your book of business with warm leads. And then the program itself, the only upfront cost is a one-time activation. Usually it's $299 for the office. It's just 99 bucks. That gets you your dashboard where you upload your photo, your list of addresses. That's where the magic happens. And my favorite part, we work off of exclusivity. So anywhere we're sending your magazines, no other real estate agents, no financial advisors, nobody else can mail there, just you. And then we know you're busy. Y'all don't have time to be putting this together. You'll have your own marketing assistant with us. They are holding your hand, doing 95% of the work, making sure it's set up to your satisfaction. And then the magazines themselves, y'all, they're cheaper than a Hallmark card. $4.49. That includes everything. The 6 areas that we brand for you, the printing, the postage, we'll mail them out directly. And the minimum's just 50. Stick to your top 50 relationships. You're looking at $225. You don't pay for them until you love how they look and you're ready for us to send them out. So you pick that deadline with your marketing assistant. And we're doing just a one-time commitment-free trial mailing. Let's get this inside of the home, test the waters, reach out, make sure it's a good fit, and then let that dictate your longevity with us. Any questions about the? Yes.
Yeah, question. For the exclusivity part, how are you all managing that database? Are you asking the agents to give you a list of where you want it mailed to, and then you're cross-referencing that?
Great question. So once that's uploaded into the agent's dashboard, if someone else within our system is mailing to that address, it would just be red flagged and the agent would provide a different address.
Got it. Okay.
Typically, you don't see that a whole lot since most of our agents are sticking to a minimum of 50 to 70, but it does happen. But we want to make sure that no other duplicates, no other agents are inside of the home. There's no competition there. Great question.
How many magazines go out for the trial?
So the minimum for each mailing is just the 50. So with the trial mailing, that's what we ask, is just a minimum of 50. Now you can do increments above that, 51, 62, 50 is just the minimum.
Okay.
Great question.
Is there a point in which the cost goes down if you order more?
Our price break is at $250. We go down to $4.29 per magazine. We try to give you the best cost or price up front, all inclusive, but it does drop down once you're doing more than $250.
And you're mailing those out directly, correct? They're not shipping here, we're mailing them out.
Absolutely. We mail them directly to your contact. Again, I do recommend, if you wanted for the trial to do 35 directly to addresses and then we send you 15 for those personal copies, then absolutely we can do that however you want that divided up.
Okay.
Because I recommend that. And a lot of our agents like to rotate. You could do Good to Be Home for your first issue. After that, switch up to Start Healthy. You're not just locked into one magazine over the other.
Okay, we can rotate the category.
Yes, absolutely.
And the exclusivity is per address, not per neighborhood.
Correct. It's per address.
Okay. Awesome.
And if y'all want to scan the QR code, again, my name is Reagan. I know I've given a lot of information out. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate. You can also jot down my phone number. You can text me, give me a phone call. It's 609-566-9714. And if anybody wants to test the waters, get your magazines out for the summer, today or tomorrow, I can also throw in 15 free magazines on me as a thank you.
And Reagan, I have a question. Can you send some samples of ones that are from our local area, or just some good examples that you feel like has gotten good ROI on it that you could share with us?
Oh, I can send some samples to you. Absolutely. Okay. I'll send them directly to the office.
I got a packet from Ben that has like a mixture. But I think if you could do some that were more KW specific, that would be great.
Okay, absolutely.
Perfect. Any other questions? Awesome. I think we're good. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Tell Ben I said thank you.
I will. And thank you, Dara, so much. And everyone, I appreciate y'all's time. Have a
Awesome.
wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you. That was a lot of information on that. Sorry, that was like overload on leverage, leverage, leverage. Use the leverage. Stand out, be different, go to win the day. Ta-da. Julia just took the keyboard at this point because she knows. All right, we got a couple minutes left. Usually do this in the beginning, but because of time, with hard starts with Heather, I had to switch it. June classes and training, the calendars came out. I know Alicia sent those, they're also in the Market Center. There's a couple of things that have been added that will be on the calendar online. They're just not on the ones that you've already picked it up that are being printed. Next week, for example, on the 14th, I'll get there. Next week, June 13th, Alyssa Wright is doing a 36 touch plan. She is, if anybody knows Alyssa, she is the daughter of Andrea and Seth Wright, who is a team leader, and Seth is an agent for Atlanta Partners Market Center. And so she's gonna come test out her teaching skills and share some great information with us. Julie Cunningham, who started to fill the table, this month is June 20th, 6 to 8 at the 985 Korean Barbecue Restaurant. Is that literally what's called 985?
Yeah.
Okay, is it off 985, I assume?
Yes.
985. Okay.
That's the old one. Oh.
Oh, is it really? Okay, interesting. The free CE for the month, with DS Murphy, that's on the 22nd, 10 to 1. Another free CE contracts class, Broker Boys, the 29th with the funny men. Rachel Adams Lee. Does anybody know who she is by chance? Rachel Adams Lee. If you don't, you need to look her up right now on Instagram or Facebook. She is ridiculously awesome agent and with young children, and she is crushing it. She is doing a master class this month, and we got to pick the dates on when it is. I think there will probably be. It's other market centers that are also doing this as well. But she is just a wealth of information. So if you can jump on those, please use the QR code to register for that. They all are on Zoom, so you can do them from anywhere. They're from 2 to 3:30 on the 8th, 15th, and the 27th. Stewards classes, there's this tech list on there. And also with Guarantee Mortgage, their Mastermind and 101s, 13th and 27th. Career Day and Night. 20th and the 26th, we're doing 2 now, and then one day is on the 15th. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, so Sweet Claire, how's she doing, by the way? Does everybody know that Claire had to have surgery?
Hey, real quick, guys, if you, can I take?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Real quick, Claire D's, a week after Red Day, ended up, going in for a triple bypass surgery. So it was an unexpected thing, but let me shout out, and she shouted out many times on her Facebook page, she did a calcium test. The $99 calcium test, it sent her to another test, sent her another test, and finally she did the dye stuff or whatever it was called. But she did that, and they immediately sent her to St. Joe's Hospital after the dye. So
She's doing amazing.
She's doing awesome.
Yeah.
And she is wanting us to come back for a free ribbon cutting on the 23rd. So it's a thank you and a pre-ribbon cutting. We're going to have a lunch at the facility from 12 to 2. So anyone who's part of the office anywhere, just come on down. We're going to go do a thank you luncheon over there to see all of her amazing work that we did and all the amazing work and stuff that she's doing to continue. And she is leading a lot more on volunteers now, she said. So thank you guys for all your work and everything you've done. And yes, Bob.
Okay, I didn't get to do this in public. I
Okay,
sent you guys a group, including you, email
yes.
about this particular event, this Red Day.
Mhm.
Was absolutely off the hook.
Yeah.
I've been involved in 11 or 12 of them now. And this was by far the most productive, organized, satisfying. It was absolutely amazing. And what we did for this group, it just can't be overstated.
Mhm.
I also learned an awful lot about the people who work here. But many of them, I'm telling you, many of them, I would hire these people hell, I'd pay him good money to come and do.
Come work at your house?
They did some amazing stuff. This lady right here can run a chainsaw. Amber's not in here, is she?
She's a beast.
Amber is a beast. Mild-mannered, sweet. That will take your head off if you get her right.
Heard that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And this one here suffered mightily or are still suffering. Still suffering. Yeah.
That looks good.
It does. It
That
so
looks
much
good.
better.
Oh, I know. I saw it a couple days later. I was like, so I mean, it was just, I just want to say kudos to the general and the colonel here. For keeping things moving, cutting up into zones. I mean, it was just brilliant. It was just excellent.
Yeah, it was great. And I
Really
think
good.
going back and to, I think, enjoy all the progress and what we helped jumpstart for them in another good way. And that's a good touch for all of your sphere, all your people. Look what we did. Please come see it. I mean, invite them, whatever that looks like.
I was there a little late that day because I had my little trailer on my
Oh, yeah.
lawn tractor and I was picking up tools along the way and it was startling to me when I saw.
The difference.
Yeah, because I did the whole circuit from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. It was absolutely amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah, do we have like a video around at the beginning of the
It was
day?
so good. I
We
wish I'd
have
done
about
that.
1,000 pictures we're trying to go through and turn it into some.
Okay.
I don't know that it's exactly like like someone walking around the facility, but we definitely have an amazing.
Do some before and afters.
Yeah, that's.
And we'll definitely we're trying to put something together for that kind of a thing. I mean, it's, the biggest thing is we've got like thousands of pictures and we're trying to get that all together, but we will definitely work on that. I've seen amazing little videos. I know like, Teresa Smith's team did a great little video of theirs. And I know, Spectrum on their Facebook page, they've done amazing videos shouting out to us and stuff like that. So there's a lot of, wonderful stuff out there for sure.
Kelly did some videos that day.
Yeah,
too, didn't she?
yeah.
Yeah, Kelly did. Yeah, and just, I know we talked about it before, but any, like our vendors who, I mean, showed up in a massive way that day for us.
Amazing way.
The vendors were amazing.
I mean,
I know.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Rob.
okay, he's.
Rob was at 1 in the morning and then 1 in the afternoon. so-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Ryan was out.
Ryan was there.
Great,
It was
so
awesome. I'm sure.
amazing stuff.
Kudos to
To
you for
what
that.
Bob just said, when he was walking around, because most of you stayed in like a zone, especially if you were in the front, like that, there was a lot to do up there, a lot in the back, and then some kind of cross. But as he went around, he's like, I had no idea all of this was happening. And I know there was like, we didn't really have like a sense of closure because there was still so much left to do. But the great thing was is that because our agents and the vendors and donations, we were able to provide a lot of materials and stuff.
Absolutely.
There have been so many volunteers out there, and actually, Claire's husband's been like texting me all day. I'm like, that's the wrong Judy. He's, because those, garden masters.
Yeah.
Master
Oh,
gardener,
that was cool.
they have been out there nonstop since then. And they're out there today just plugging away.
On their own time.
Yes,
I mean, they're not,
absolutely.
they're not charging for
And
that.
that's what they do. That's
Yeah.
like, a part of their
Yeah,
thing.
so
So I mean, it has really, transformed and, this is what all made a lot of that possible. So.
We never really got an explanation of what everything was. I mean, I went inside and stayed inside the whole time, so I never,
Yeah.
and then I walked around.
Like, oh, to see all the others.
But no, I never saw it all.
I was up in zone 1 and I tried to move to zone 2 and this one, no, you're. So.
Hey, you're late.
That's right, that's right.
I got to see.
It was
it.
division.
Oh, big.
It was so big. Well, that's why I think us getting to go back and have lunch and really celebrate, I think what we did as a community and as a KWNG family, I'm so thrilled about this. So I hope to see everybody there. So I signed up the Market Center, for this next week. It's 12 to 3. We're gonna stream it here. It's actually not 12 to 3. It's at 3, Eastern Standard Time. And I don't know if anybody's a fan of his or not, if you watch any of his stuff. This is about how to like keep yourself going and reigniting over the summer. Cause I know with anybody, summer can get a little, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, the weather's nice. I'll go outside. We'll go to the lake this weekend. And you know, what you do today affects what your return is a few months from now, right? And so this is just to kind of keep you on the right path. Would love for you guys to join us here to do that. That's already done. Ryan, it's your turn finally. Come on up.
All right, so, on the second, what Bob brought up about Red Day, this is the second one that I've ever done. After we saw the list, after I saw the list of what we were gonna try to do. You guys felt, trying to plan it, because I was thinking, man, we're gonna have to go hire a lot of people to go do all this stuff.
That was part of the thing,
And,
the organization and the number of people you have and the materials you have, it's just. It's phenomenal.
And actually, I met Claire, when she, before she bought that property. Did the inspection on it
Oh, cool.
when nothing was done. I mean, it was just a vacant. So to see what the result was,
Crazy.
before we.
She's into Keller Williams and our vendors, isn't she? She's got Ryan.
Well, David helped
David helped
facilitate the purchase.
Yeah.
And the Kunkel's actually had the listing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Kunkel's had the listing, so it was an amazing thing, for sure.
Yeah. So everybody say a prayer for Claire.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%,
Lady and does a lot of good things.
absolutely.
So we're gonna talk about, after lunch, we're gonna talk about, infrared thermal imaging. Some people know what it is, some people don't, some people have heard about it. I'm gonna answer all the questions that you guys have, tell you guys some important topics. Thea was nice enough to do a shout out about, a benefit that I see every day to it. And I've been doing it using infrared for 10 years. We'll talk, but more importantly, we've got lunch out there from. It's from Smokehouse Barbecue in Oakwood. You guys haven't been there, so be a fan after today. Please get some lunch and come back in and we'll
Do a little lunch and learn.
we'll go through the infrared stuff.
I talked to a guy about that this past weekend and showed a record number of houses for me in a day. And he has a thing about, stucco. Yeah, so I told him if you buy a stucco house, you got a guy, you're gonna have to do this infrared, because I wanna make sure he doesn't have a lot of.
Yeah, there are a lot of benefits to it, so please come back and I got some good info. You guys are gonna definitely be able to
The amazing thing, and having, like, literally, we just signed the amendment to address concerns, is we would have never known. I mean, we would have thought we would have done an inspection and everything would have been fine, but without the infrared, we would have never known. And it could have been a problem that would have been festering. It would have been a problem that would have been festering.
Yeah,
And now
that
we can
particular
address it.
ceiling was a place where they had done plumbing repairs before, so you look like, okay, well, they fixed a bunch of stuff, but they never, spackled, sanded and primed and painted everything, so you can see all these repairs that were made. So you would assume, all right, there was a leak, but it's fixed. But something that was leaking before was leaking again, and we were able to clear. I showed Thea and the buyers, and it's kind of like wow.
It was a big difference.
It does make a difference, but please enjoy lunch.
No, you're good.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming today. Enjoy lunch. Come back at 12:30. Oh, on time drawing. Bob's like doing a squat.
I'm just out of there.
Really. Contractor's best gift card. We'll let Rebecca choose. $3.59. $3.59. Now go eat. Be free. How you been? I'm like trying to find new stuff that we don't have.